to marriage?
Oh, that is that's tough. I think it depends on the men and it depends on the women, you know? Women are doing this thing right now where they really think they don't need a man. Well, they're saying they don't need a man. So I think right now women have been psychologized against their own instincts and their own nature. And they're doing things that if you could get them to like be unbrainwashed for a second, they would admit is the opposite of what they want. They would admit that what they really want is somebody to wife them up, for them to be secure, for them to have kids, that whole thing, to not go to work.
I don't think so. We aborted a third of Gen Z.
Yeah, that's proof of what I'm saying. When has it ever been the case that women, mothers, would kill their own children?
Most of you know, I have been fighting on the front lines of the simp epidemic for years, but I need to tell you about a quiet weapon being ratcheted up against men that is rarely talked about. It's not just the relentless anti-masculinity propaganda and OnlyFans hoes causing the societal issues that we discuss on the show. Did you know that the average city's tap water contains trace pharmaceuticals and endocrine disruptors? This often includes estrogen. For right now on chalk.com, that's CHOQ.com. Use my name Pearl as your coupon code and you'll get 25% off site-wide on chalk.com. That's CHOQ.com. My name Pearl is the discount code.
Over and above themselves. I mean,
when they got freedom, when they got the freedom to make the choice that they wanted to do.
Yeah, they found like 100 babies and like under a nun.
A nunnery in Ireland. Yep.
Yeah, this is what they want to do.
Wait, hold on. Are you guys talking about the Canada thing or the Ireland thing?
Well, I mean, they found bones in bathhouses in Greece.
Okay, so
I say this
thing was a total hoax.
Women are always killing their kids, always. Even in like the 1800s, it wasn't abnormal. I don't think it's a coincidence the infant mortality rate is really similar to the abortion rates now.
Oh, son of a bitch.
You need a super chat, bro?
Yeah, so women are the sellers. This is a straight option to buy contract. The woman gives the man the exclusive right, dating, but not the obligation to purchase, wipe up for a specified price within a set time.
Thank you, Zachary. Thank you very much.
I know. Sorry.
Thank you.
But sorry, yeah. I don't know. I always hear that women are brainwashed. I don't think so. I think it's like, you gotta take accountability for the choices you make. So I think
I'm gonna disagree wholeheartedly.
What's up, everybody? It's fucker, son of a bitch.
You know, seeing the women of like, so I'm like a first generation.
Bro, what game? What it looks like a Sigma game? What's that? I don't even know what a Sigma is. Oh, I just fucking got done.
Because
I just got killed.
They were back.
Son of a bitch. What's a Sigma game? I don't even, dude, I'm 41 years old, alright, pal? I don't even know what the fuck a Sigma is. All I know is that it's fucking Saturday, and where the fucking hoes at? Why aren't the hoes not in your room, motherfucker? What's up? I'm playing with, I'm using this, by the way.
Horrible mother, like this isn't the norm.
Oh shit, top gear.
Fast forward to where we are with modern times, which I think everybody.
I think I'm gonna play Outrun.
Both men and women, they just have different.
Oh, Shinobi's pretty good.
Programming.
Yo, guys, like the fucking stream, okay? Don't be fucking bitches.
Idea.
Fucking kidding me? Sorry for cursing. You know, apologize.
Selling yourself into sex slavery or giving it away for nothing and being like, I'm free. That's a complete antithesis. Any woman who had any sense about the way the sexual marketplace works would never do that. That's like having a brand new car and letting 10 people drive it without having to do anything except fill the gas. And then looking for a buyer. Totally opposite.
Go ahead, Reclaim. What's your rebuttal? And then Sean, I'm gonna let Reclaim go, and then Sean, I'll have you go.
I just think the default programming for women is prostitution. Exchange, exchange.
Yeah, I agree. But,
I come from a totally different, I guess.
I don't think so. I think women, there's no incentive for women to be honest about being whores. So I think it's really easy to like, for women to say, oh, we were so different, but it's like, you guys, they didn't have social media.
Listen, when you live in a village,
and like,
When you lived in a village, everybody knew what you were doing.
Leonardo,
Everybody
hold on,
knew
go
who the
on.
whores were.
Leonardo, hold on.
Yeah.
Bro, go ahead. Go ahead. Bro.
Yeah, but the problem is, as soon as they got smartphones and they got the opportunity, they said, "Let us be whores."
That ain't the problem.
Yeah, go.
Sean, go ahead.
I was gonna say that ain't the problem. I mean, I get it. That's how you feel. That's cool. But chastity belts existed for a reason. If girls were keeping the coochie locked up, then they wouldn't have had to create the technology to put a lock on the girl's box in order to make sure that didn't happen. So that's cap. Now, also too, what I would say to the thing, the buyer and seller, it depends because, you know, sometimes the market is a seller market and sometimes it's a buyer's market. But what I would say is that women have a lot of unattractive deals. A lot of unattractive deals.
What's up,
They
guys? Make
determine
a
if
comment.
it's attractive
Oh, we
or
got a lot of
not.
people. Yo, fucking
Now,
say
men
something, bitch.
have a little bit
Sorry.
of unattractive deals. And so the demand is in their favor, of course. So they have a more demand. And I would say if we had to call somebody a buyer and a seller, I would say men are the sellers.
What's up? Leave
And
a
they're
chat.
not-
Leave a
they're
like.
not in the power position. It's a buyer's market. They're in the sellers because men sell themselves. They say, hey, here's my resume. Here's my profile. Most of the time, women say, I am the table, period. So they don't make much of a listing of what they provide in the marketplace. Men come and say, hey, I work for Google. I have an equity compensation plan. Hey, I go to the gym. I'm a Christian. And so most men, they put down their listing, they say, they market themselves, and then they try to get the partner. So I would say the deal and the terms favor women mostly, and we see that throughout society. Hence why even men, when they win and they get a deal, they say happy wife, happy life. And so they always, you know, just concede to the women. So yes, women are in the power. Now, I get what you were saying, Doug, so shout out to you. You were like, hell no, I ain't signing the deal. Yeah, you're just a rare man, all right? Most men are one blowjob away from a plantation.
Son of a bitch.
It's true. You know what? I deal with a lot of people that talk shit on the internet. You know what I mean? And I've seen them all fold.
All food.
I've seen so many, you know, so it doesn't really.
And then, like you said, the guys are just like, oh, they've just been tricked by reptilians and the Illuminati. No, they haven't. Women haven't been tricked by the reptilians, the Illuminati, and the New World Order. They are the New World Order. They are the reptilians.
They're going to factory default.
Hold on.
I'm gonna disagree with both of you
Bro, go ahead.
guys.
They're going to factory default.
Hold on.
Shit.
Hold on. Bro, go ahead.
Oh, women just love being whores, and they
Yep.
tell you this. It's not. I think the worst
Sorry.
thing that like we do is we don't believe women. Like when they'll do OnlyFans, I've interviewed a lot of women.
Yeah, you guys doing?
They're not traumatized. They're not broken. Most of them come from two-parent homes. To be honest, they just love having sex on camera. It's the excitement and the thrill of like being in front of the camera.
Yeah, I think girls who do OnlyFans like being whores. Yeah, that's called a selective sample size. Like 100%.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Not just the girls who do only
10%
Okay.
of girls between
Okay, let's-
18 and 20.
I mean,
Yo, what's up, you guys? How you? Yo, it's
Yeah,
a
let's
busy
be real.
day at home,
Who
huh?
here was gonna
How you
be a
guys
virgin
doing?
on their wedding day? None of
How's
us.
everybody doing today? Everybody having a good day? Where the hoes at?
Girls on OnlyFans. Here's what
You guys
most
got
guys
hoes?
understand who actually date women. Most women that you come across that you date, and especially if they're like a 6 and above, more than likely they have footage of them having sex on a Chad or a Tyrone's phone.
Oh, yeah.
That's 100% true.
Listen, most of these women, hold on,
This is Bone Broth Protein Powder. It's by Paleo Valley. Look at the ingredients. 13 grams of protein, grain-free, non-GMO, collagen-rich, so my skin hydrates.
The repentance is going to be really far in the other direction, not some mild thing like Nala's still making cooking shows that are basically porn. That is dark. I do think bringing back a culture of shame could.
What's up, you guys? How you fuckers doing today, huh?
If shame worked, Bonnie Blue wouldn't exist because even the hookers are shaming her. And
This
she's
is
just staying
April
home.
Ho on
Yeah,
recording.
she's possessed by a demon, so.
Sean shaking his head.
No, I always say that. I always say if you go to Japan, it doesn't work. Japan has high levels of shame, low out-of-wed births. Also, divorce is shamed. Nobody gets divorced, but women just decided, okay, if you're going to shame me, I'm not going to get married and I'm not going to have kids. There you go.
Yo, like Shredder looks like he's on fucking steroids,
You
dude.
shame me for
What the
divorce.
fuck?
You shame me for having a
His
baby out
his
there.
like
Okay,
finger
Roger that.
looks like a
I
fucking
won't be with
penis.
men. And most
His
Japanese women
pointer
are
looks like a
with men,
penis, dude.
and
What the
they're
fuck is
supposed to
with
have a
that? They're
problem
like,
having
look
a
at the
birth
size
rate
of his.
and having
Sorry,
people just meet and greet each other.
going to
So
hell. I'm going to
people
hell.
just choose not to do it. Then they'll
I'm
say,
gonna
"I
have
go
the
to the spa,
FBI
I
knocking
have
at
a
my door
cat,
anytime now.
and I'll live in my apartment, and I'm okay with that. Goodbye."
I
That's
mean,
not why that's going on in Japan.
Leonardo, just look at
Yes, it is.
just look at Leonardo. Just look at us. I mean, we get shamed all the time for being sexist. I think you're racist, right? I'm not an insult. I just thought you said that.
Racist, anti-Semitic.
Yeah, all that. But like we just, but we just, but it doesn't. Yeah, but it doesn't work, right? We just keep going. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
like look at us. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You are aligned with the truth. So people call me all that shit because I say things that are inconvenient for them to hear. But I know it's the truth. So that's why.
Yeah, you fuckers doing today?
But shaming out
Thank you for
behavior
joining my
is
chat,
immoral,
my live stream.
You know, bad for you and corruptive.
My name is
that's right.
Edge.
Japan has this low birth rate because everybody's
What's up?
working like 100 hours.
It's no, I'm sorry, it's Friday. Yeah, you know why I got mixed up? Because like I'm on PTO today. By the way, I want you guys to know that I am on PTO, meaning like vacation, for the next 8 Fridays. So I'll be here as much as I can, playing some video games, sharing some time with you guys, and I'm very grateful that you're here.
Is the domain of the woman. You cannot expect your woman to be in the public domain.
And I want you guys to like the stream. Say what's up, say whatever you think, make fun of me, make fun of some hoes. Where the hoes at? It's Friday afternoon.
It's not gonna work.
Are you guys in college? Are you guys in no high school people here allowed, by the way.
Hold on.
Okay.
18 and over, because I curse a lot.
I'm gonna have to ask you to come back on because Pearl is on a one-woman war against these fake ChadCon influencers.
Oh, fuck me.
Who use their family as
You guys want to look at it and see if I can play a game? I'm getting a new arcade, by the way. It's going to come very soon, like in about 4 weeks.
Their husbands are worth
So,
$100 million.
what, yeah.
They can't put
So
their
stay,
YouTube channel down. They're not
just
staying
have
on
that in the back of your mind.
They're like,
You need to come back on so you and Pearl can have an honest to goodness conversation and call these broads out.
yeah, they're like Mary. I did the stats because they would always say to marry for love or whatever. And so I decided I wanted to see how traditional they were statistically. And so I'm like, okay, did you have 4+ children, marry before 25? And 25, to be honest, in the old days was kind of late, so I was actually being generous. And were you hypergamous or did you marry your high school sweetheart? What was the net worth of the husbands? I did the numbers because a lot of women claim to be these things, but I'll go through the
What's up,
numbers
chat?
of their life
We got
choices
people
and
coming in and
always
out.
the same.
Just
And
leave
I
a
found
leave a
that the
chat or
average
leave a
net
hello.
worth of
What's
a
up?
ChadCon woman's husband
Okay,
is
we're in
$4 million.
downtown.
And it's still
No,
out
this
there.
is Midtown.
And it's still out
Sorry.
there. It's like
No, I'm sorry, downtown.
all these broads.
Or since you know what, it looks kind of raggedy and shit. It could be
But
uptown.
they're out here anyway.
They're like,
Manhattan.
I care about my kids, but let me post them on Twitter. Where
Just so
they're
you know,
profiles.
I no longer live in New York City. I live in Texas now.
And then I'm like, I think you're using your kids in your relationship for clout. And they get so mad. I'm like, you guys are just using them to like signal you're good people. As most of you know, I have been fighting on the front lines of the simp epidemic for years, but I need to tell you about a quiet weapon being ratcheted up against men that is rarely talked about. It's not just the relentless anti-masculinity propaganda and OnlyFans hoes causing the societal issues that we discuss on the show. Did you know that the average city's tap water contains trace pharmaceuticals and endocrine disruptors? This often includes estrogen from birth control. The average adult could...
Hello traders, in this video we'll introduce our new TradingView Smart AI indicator developed in collaboration with OpenAI. Our indicator delivers AI-powered insights that would take days for a professional trader to uncover, giving users a clearer view.
This is the Sega version, so I mean it sounds pretty good.
In crypto market research. This AI indicator helps you estimate the chances of assets.
Oh my god, I just got run over.
And shows when returns.
A cop ran me. Like, are you fucking serious?
Like
that makes sense.
whale
But I'm not a protester, so they should.
The jobs report was released, and the results, they were bad. Now the Federal Reserve is going to have to cut interest rates more quickly in order to rescue the labor markets. So for the month of August, the labor market added an estimated 22,000 jobs. So this came in far below expectation. The expectation was 75,000 net jobs to be created. And you have to remember that this is just a preliminary number because it's expected to be revised downward heavily. So take a look at the chart.
What's up, chat? Leave a chat.
Jobs are created.
More people just
month.
keep coming in, leaving. That's all good. Hope you like the stream. Like the stream. Share the stream. Don't forget to subscribe because I'm going to be here for the next 8 Fridays as much as I can.
They revised the figure down.
I get like 190 hours of PTO for my job, so I'm spreading it out.
So if you remember,
spreading it out. You know what I'm saying?
The U.S. government reported that for the month of June, the U.S. labor market added 147,000 jobs, 147,000 net jobs created. So the government said, at that time, the labor market was very healthy.
Any guys, anybody doing anything this Friday night?
They're not cutting interest rates because the labor market
doing anything tonight?
Yeah, but now they're revising it. Positive 140,000 jobs added to now negative 13,000.
And you guys, anybody hanging out with some hoes? Where the hoes at? It's Friday night.
Which is not yet the final number. But I'm estimating large revisions downward for both months, for July and August. So we'll see, what the final figures are. But even so, the final figures that they are going to cite, they're not going to be the real numbers. But again, the initial estimates is that 22,000 jobs created in August. That's considered to be highly inaccurate, but you should know that that's the government's official reported figure for whatever narrative that they're trying to sell to the public. Now, turning to unemployment. The unemployment rate has risen from 4.2% in July to 4.3% in August.
What's up,
and
everybody?
If you remember, this is the most important data points for the Federal Reserve. So I showed you the video.
Hold on. Let me just change, because I know this is boring for you guys. You guys don't like hearing about the economy. I kind of do, but sorry about that. Let me just put something more like, kind of like something fucking retarded. Let me just, hold on one second. Let me see if I can find something about hoes, about bitches. Let me see. Let me just refresh this. Give me a sec. Yo, say something. Say what's up. Let me see. Okay, how men lose their woman without even knowing it. Yeah. I like hearing this shit because it's kind of funny seeing
waking up one day and realizing another man has your girlfriend's attention, her loyalty, maybe even her body. And here's the cold truth. It's usually not the guy you suspect.
What's up, you motherfuckers? It's fucking Friday night.
It's bad boy. It's the men already in her world. The ones she sees weekly. The ones she laughs with. The ones who seem harmless until they're not. These men don't just steal her time. They can steal her respect for you, piece by piece, until you realize you've lost control. Today, I'm going to break down the 5 types of men most likely to cross the line with your woman, the psychology behind why it happens, and most importantly, how you can defend your relationship without looking insecure or controlling. #1. The gym guy, 3 minutes. Keep your gym section, but add a little hidden psychology. Expand the touch psychology, why repeated touch in high-energy environments builds subconscious bonds. Add another micro-story of a younger woman posting gym selfies, trainer commenting first boyfriend ignored. Insert a rhetorical pause. Who do you think she's more excited to impress? You at home, or the guy spotting her 3 times a week? 2. The bartender. Keep Robert's story, but slow down with vivid imagery of nightlife. Lights, music, alcohol lowering inhibition.
Yes.
Add a psychology note. Women in nightlife.
Shut up. That's why you don't go out. I try not to go out. Dude, I'm 41 years old. I'm playing this using this, by the way. I'm 41 years old, and I just don't have the need to fucking go out. Yes, I do go out. Very rarely. Seldom, okay?
Disappointed. Let me tell you this. It's my shit, so I can
If you want to go out, go out, but just, I don't know. I'd rather stay home, play video games, play guitar, or go mountain biking. I'm not saying don't go out. Go out and have fun, yo. But don't make that your weekend, Have other shit to do also. Don't make that the highlight of your fucking weekend, you know what I mean?
She's out here doing her thing, she's a boss, whatever, and then they get you and they see you off that Casamigos, you drunk as a fucking fish, your diet don't consist of nothing, you listen to trap music every time you wake up, you have no morning routine, you have no core values, and they date you and they're like, Damn,
Son of a
Mike,
bitch.
I thought it was something else. It's actually disappointing.
Yo, that's so not fucking cool.
Bruh. A broken clock is right twice a day. She nailed it. That's some good accountability there. That's some good self-reflection. Because even though I know where I make mistakes and I am accountable for it, she's right. But what men typically do is they just pull away. They ghost, they pull away, they change, they end up going, oh shit. And so he might engage, he might decrease his engagement, and then the woman will blame him. He just did this, he wasn't doing that, and he just walked away, he just ghosted me, and he didn't tell us what to do. Now, typically what women want is for us to clarify.
Everybody doing good today?
Even
oh
they
my
want
God, everybody's so
closure.
quiet.
They want us to explain.
Yo,
they want
let's
us
have
to
a conversation, dude.
our feelings. So when we're seeing this, they want us to tell her. But
is this like the new
what happens
shit.
is if we
I'm a millennial,
them,
by the way,
they don't
so
accept it. They argue.
is this how like Gen Z is? Like you guys are, or Gen Y? Yo, no fucking kids here, man. No kids here. 18 and above, bro, because I curse a lot.
They're comfortable telling the world where men's shortcomings are, but when men tell women their shortcomings, they don't accept it. They call us sassy or gay. They say we can't handle them. So what men do is they just get quiet. They just go, they'll fall back like Homer Simpson in the bushes. They'll fall back like Homer Simpson in the bushes and be like, God damn. So what happens is women overpromise and underdeliver. Men underpromise and overdeliver, typically. But, not always. Yeah, you tell them and they crash out. They cuss you out. They want to have a 4-hour discussion. They gaslight you. So men know, I'd rather not tell her. I'll just disappear into the woods. And I'll just fall off. And I'll just
this is like how my week.
Because men are hopeful.
My weekend is beautiful. You know why? Because I can get to do whatever the fuck I want to do.
Promised you.
I gotta listen to
shit. She's a good girl. She don't be outside. She's a homebody. And then she was a hoe. You find out she was on OnlyFans. You find out she was a skeezer. You find out she was Pookie adjacent. Right? You find out, she ran drugs.
What's up, everybody? Yo, don't forget to subscribe, dude.
You're gonna find out.
And put it in the chat. Like, what games do you guys want to see?
Damn. All right, she's super nasty, which a lot of guys can't deal with, right? You're gonna find out she's sexually experienced. She's gonna say my past is. You're gonna find out something that you thought she was holier than now. But then what happens is you start seeing it. When she met you, I'm in the gym. I have a structured schedule. I'm disciplined. I'm a boss babe. Blah, blah, blah. Then you find out she on EBT. Then you find out her car air conditioning don't work. Then you find out bitch be sleeping in the noon. Then you find out she get laid off her job. Then you find out hookah, Hennessy, and crab legs. Then you find out she know every club promoter in the neighborhood. You start finding this shit out. And you start seeing this shit unravel right in front of your face. And you like, damn.
Oh, my fucking,
what happens
come on,
is,
man.
Men typically
I guess you guys really like this game because it's like,
you don't want to call
this
her
is
out.
like a lot of people I've had in like a week. You know what I'm saying? Most of my streams have been like 4,
So
7, but I got double. I mean, like, oh, son of a bitch. I guess you guys like this game. Thank you guys for staying on and checking it out. But like, it'd be helpful if you guys chatted a little bit. Spark some conversation. Maybe you want to spark up a topic.
I didn't want to tell you.
What's your favorite game?
But I'm behind 3 months.
What's your favorite system? Like my favorite system, I don't have one. I do play a lot of PlayStation. Super Nintendo.
Like,
right now, I'm just playing the Sega Genesis version of.
All along, she was traveling. She was going to Bali.
Turtles in Time.
She was getting her motherfucking hair did every weekend. She was getting nails, all of that shit. She was buying dresses and clothes for you to go out on dates. And then all of a sudden, boom, she dropped the bomb on you. She dropped the bomb. You find out she's a mom. Oh, I'm a mom. I'm a super mom. But she don't got custody of her kid. And you're like, and you ain't got custody of your kid. How you a woman out here ain't got custody of your kid? So what this woman is saying is essentially is, it's not always the man that fucks up. Okay? It's not always the man that is out here messing up these relationships. Most of the time it's the woman. But men don't discuss, we don't communicate this, our frustration. You just fall
fucking
back.
Motherfuckers up.
Okay? And she's just saying, men get disappointed too.
I got a life for that too.
Express our disappointment. We lying. Not all women are like that. All right, they won't.
You just met the wrong one. You just met a bad, but the next woman you meet, same goddamn thing. Yep, you met that credit score, 450. Credit score fucked up in the goddamn gutter. Or she wanted to lease an apartment, but she need a co-signer.
Son of a bitch.
She need to move in with you for a month real quick. Or she had herpes. You know, you done got naked with her. You about to freak out with her for the first time, and she said we need to have a discussion. I caught herpes when I was out here, and one of these guys gave me herpes. I haven't had an outbreak in 1 year, but you know, it's dormant. So you know, take a risk. And she'll let you still hit it, motherfucker, raw. And guess what? You'll fucking hit it raw and cross your finger, and you won't see her no more because you've been disappointed. This is gonna happen to men today. You're gonna find out these girls were celibates, or you're gonna find out they had an OnlyFans. What happened to Travis Hunter? They found out that his girl signed up for an OnlyFans. I was talking to a young woman the other day, 23 or 24, no, like 24 or 25. She was like, yeah, I ended up signing up for OnlyFans, but I didn't really go through with it. So she went, as I said, they're gonna get their toe in it. So just because they don't do it or do it for a long amount of time doesn't mean they haven't explored it. So she even had to admit, yeah, I ended up signing. I have an account, but I never posted. Okay, so you win. That's like going to the streets, or you find out she got a friend full of skeezers. All her friends are whores and skeezers, right? And these are the girls that if she didn't tell you, she would have been on girls' trips with. But you find out one of them is a professional 304. And you're like, damn. So what do dudes do? They just fall back. They fall back. And then the women blame you. These guys just don't communicate. They just leave. Right? They just leave. They don't tell us. They just fall back and they ghost on us and blah, blah, blah. What she's saying is they get disappointed. They just don't say nothing. Son of a bitch. It ain't that the women are perfect. Men just fall the fuck back.
Times men date us and they're actually disappointed. When you're wondering like, oh, well, why did he pursue me? Why did he want to be with me? And then all of a sudden he pulling back and he want me to chase him.
See, he pulls back. Yep, her ex-boyfriend getting out of prison. Or her previous boyfriend was a pookie. Or she got an early termination of pregnancy when she was 16. They start revealing these things that make you go, or they'll tell you they got a train wreck. Oh, here's a big one. Here's a big one. They'll ask, what's the freakiest thing you've ever done? Oh my goodness, this is it. What's the freakiest thing you've ever done? Or what's the freakiest place, the craziest place you ever had sex? It's gonna be a wrap. That's the beginning of the end.
Has the modern dating landscape confused you? Have many of the standards that you heard, you kind of tired of hearing about, and you're wondering, what does it all mean? Well, look no further. Join us talking about the monetized dating marketplace right now on Locals. And it is CoachGregAdams.locals.com. You can create a free account to join the conversation between the Coach Gang members. But also on Sunday, we do a live stream demonstrating all aspects of the monetized dating marketplace. And coming soon in 2025, you're going to have access to a sample of the monetized dating marketplace course, where you can get information related to how to participate in the monetized dating marketplace and or how to understand it, so you're not out here spinning your wheels trying to figure out how you're going to best deal with the monetized dating marketplace. Listen, everything and every aspect of dating is monetized. We just want to relieve the frustration that you might have about it. So the best way to do it is make a free account right there on Locals, CoachGregAdams.locals.com. You can get access to those live streams, but create a free account. Just join the conversation. I am the only one covering this conversation from this point of view. And yes, I am ahead of my time. Get ahead of the information before you're priced out.
That's going to be the beginning of the end. All right. So this is an example over here. We got a TikTok here. We got a TikTok, and there's a bunch of these TikToks right here. It says, when she says something that makes you realize she will never be your wife. Right there. When she casually says something that confirms she won't be wifey. All right. Let me see if I can get it on the bigger screen real quick so you can see this. All right. Because this happens to a lot of us. Yep, she says you got pissed on in a hotel room by a bunch of niggas, by a stinky Indian guy. Or her boyfriend was a scammer and he's in jail and he sends her money. Like, you're like, what? And dudes just be sitting there like, wow. Now, the man is not going to say anything. He typically is not going to say nothing. He's just going to go, He's just going to log that shit. And then when he stopped communicating and he stopped responding and he stopped calling back, even if he got a couple pieces of pussy, he's just going to be like, damn.
What's up, motherfuckers?
She was like, yeah, I had a train one time when I was at college. And you're going to be like, woo. Wow. But the women think nothing of it. They completely miss it because you don't call them out.
I'm like,
so you go
spamming.
You hit them guts, and then you just fall back. And you be like, yeah, you know, I just...
He got to fucking know you, and he's disappointed. Let me tell you this, and it's my shit, so I can say, I done disappointed a couple niggas. I know that there are men out here that was just like, admire me from afar, and it was like, surprise, I'm a hoe.
I'm a hoe. Surprise, I'm a hoe, right? So I thought she was a good woman, and then she be a freak nasty hoe. Now, that's not a bad thing, but now she a freak nasty hoe, and you're like,
son of a bitch, yo, this is hard, dude.
Because how many of these niggas gonna see me being with this freak nasty hoe? But he's gonna go, but he's like, you can't be girl for me. He's gonna fall back. He gonna fall back.
Like, surprise, look, I fucked you in a week. Like, I know that I disappointed you. Like, I think that men, they see you from afar and they're like, wow, she's out here doing her thing. She's a boss, whatever. And then they get you and they see you off that Casamigos. You drunk as a fucking fish.
I don't go out, and then when you see their Instagram story, she be outside. 8 days a month, if not 12, outside. In Las Vegas, you hear her say, oh, my friend was in town and we went to Dre's. That's an automatic disqualification. Ring the bell. That's a hoe. She a freak hoe. If you at Dre's, you a freak hoe. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You with niggas.
Son of a
right?
bitch.
I know the type of niggas you be with. All right, press 1 if you in Las Vegas or you been in Las Vegas. And you at Dre's, bitch, cook. Surprise, freak hoe. All right, you took niggas back at the home for the bar at Dre's.
Yo, this is getting
right?
hard.
There ain't no
hard as fuck,
ifs, buts about it. All right, you's a freak hoe. All right, only freak hoes go to Dre's.
Yo, I better not start over,
As soon as I hear that shit, I'm
Suck
like,
a
oh,
dick,
hell
dude.
no. All right, you ain't ever gonna be close to getting nothing out here. You just a freak hoe at that point. Or another one.
Fuck that shit, yo. You guys.
I know
you
a
guys made me
basketball player.
restart.
I know this
Son of a
football player.
bitch,
This
dude.
football player is my best friend. One of my friends is a UFC boxer.
You guys don't like
All right,
sports
he's a
games, do
UFC
you?
fighter. He's one of my best friends. My male best friend. My homeboys. Soon as you hear this, you're like, soon as men hear this, it's a wrap. Ladies, you are no longer wifeable. Now, we do appreciate the truth and honesty. But as soon as I hear that you a friend of a rapper, you one of your best friends is a ball player, as soon as we hear that, we automatically think, no bueno. Oh, my friend is a producer. Metro Boomin is my homeboy. As soon as you hear this, Metro Boomin didn't fuck, but I'm pretty sure one of the homeboys fucked. So as soon as you hear that, men are gonna fall back, and then surprise, I'm a hoe. There it is right there. Surprise, I'm a hoe. All right, so men are gonna naturally incline to have, not have the stomach at that particular point right there.
Do you have the stomach?
All right, or she say she knows Diddy, or she knows Diddy's son. Ring the bell. Ring the bell.
Do you have the stomach?
It's over. He's gonna fall back.
Your diet don't consist of nothing. You listen to trap music every time you wake up.
Yeah, they listen to trap music or start twerking. She's no longer girlfriend. She just jump off. You see her post hookah, Hennessy, and crab legs. It's a wrap. Lemon pepper wings. It's over. Animal fries from In-N-Out, gone. You're like, that's it. Now you holding, you're like, I'm around here holding hands with this bitch. Oh hell no, niggas looking at me like, damn, you wiped up that skeezer, gone.
You have no morning routine. You have no core values.
No core values. They say they got core values and they journaling and they doing the work, they in therapy and they at the gym and they get up early in the morning. And then when they be at that, you see her at the crib or where's Joe Biden? Or you try to reach them before 10 a.m. and they don't hit you back till 1 p.m. Oh, I just woke up. I just woke up. Or you try to hit their ass at 9:30 p.m. and you don't hear from their ass until 1 p.m. on the next day. Oh, I fell asleep. I took some medicine and it made me drowsy. Next day on their Instagram story, outside. Bitch, you was sick yesterday. You was sick yesterday. But now you outside in full strength tonight? How does that happen? And you sit there and you're giving them an excuse. What men are going to do is fall back. And she's saying they're going to disappoint us and we just going to be like, well, there she goes. And then she's going to wonder why you fell back. But you're not going to communicate. So she's going to be like, these men don't communicate. They don't tell us what's going on. And they fall back and they mislead us. Nope.
And they date you and they're like, damn, like I thought it was something else. It's actually disappointing.
I thought it was something else. She presented herself as one thing. 4 weeks later, she's proving you right. Oh, there she is at the hookah lounge. Oh, well. Or you see her taking a picture with a whole bunch of niggas. Right? Or she posts a half-naked picture on her Instagram. You're like, ah, shit. Right? You're like, she posts this picture on her Instagram, like, nigga. Or she want to introduce you to her friends, and these niggas pull up. You're like, not this nigga, not with the backwards and the cop hat backwards. Shit. But what men do is they just fall back. All right, let me just show you right here. All right, they just gonna fall back. And that's where women then blame us. They blame us. Men just gonna hit them bushes. They're gonna hit the bushes. This is gonna be like, But then the feedback is, then the woman can complain. She can just say, I'm perfect. These men never tell me what I wasn't wrong. Maybe he was insecure. And their homeboy's like, he's insecure. He couldn't handle you. He was intimidated by you. And niggas just do backpedaling. You just backpedal. Fuck that. Or she asks for money. Right? She'll ask for money. All right. Oh, I'll be out here doing it. I'm a boss, babe. Can I get $200? I got a slow leak in my tire. So they said fade to black.
This game's kind of boring.
Adobe Acrobat Studio is all new. What can PDF spaces with AI do? For your marketing needs in one spot. An AI assistant? Show me what you got. AI breakdowns on trend reports. Unlock key insights on the rise of shorts. Quick summary, show me what to read. AI, give me just the...
Mass deportations are coming. I think that he's right. I do think that we are on the track for mass deportations. I don't even think it's going to take that long either.
Things are heating up in Britain, and honestly, I think that it's going to come to a head at some point when someone on the other side does something terrible. Because I think that's really where this is going. I mean, as you can see, the flag campaign is still going very strong. It's being called contentious by the mayor of Manchester, Greater Manchester.
What a surprise.
Which is great. And then, of course, we have this video of the two sisters going around. The one
we saw this yesterday.
With the knife and the axe being the younger one, who the older sister is trying to protect from an immigrant who has filming and harassing her. Now, Basil here is right to point out, you hear the fear in their voices.
Well, I love and the thing is,
Yeah,
what I found to be so funny about this is that the cops tried to turn this into the girls were harassing the immigrant.
Oh my God.
Now, I don't know about you, but if somebody yells at me and tells me to leave and they pull out an axe and a knife, I'm going to turn around and leave. Like that's so why is he even there? Doesn't that sound interesting? Like, yeah, wouldn't you just immediately get the fuck out of there? Quickly too. Yeah, exactly. But instead he's harassing them and filming them. Yeah, I wonder why.
I'm not sure how exactly to put this, but this is evidently not the first time that this has happened to these girls.
Probably
They
not.
didn't choose one day to go out armed and then happen to coincidentally bump into a migrant who's
Yeah. Oh, she's harassing him. Then why are you walking towards her? Why would you be walking towards a person with a knife and an axe if all you wanted to do is to have them leave you alone? Really, like, I mean, imagine, like, think about the level of cognitive dissonance that you have to have in order to believe the police whenever they are actively trying to lie to you. It's unreal. And Reddit was even going, well, it's obvious Reddit was going along with this.
harassing in the streets. This has clearly happened before. God only knows what's happened to them before, which is why they felt the need to arm themselves. So I'm not surprised that they sound terrified.
Yeah, I wonder why.
And yes, she was of course arrested for brandishing dangerous weapons, but of course the migrants are just fed to the wolves, as Charmaine here points out. And this was in Scotland as well. This wasn't even England. But this is just the reality of being.
I guess they have to ban axes, guys. The only solution to this is ban axes. We have an axe violence problem in Britain or Scotland, and so we have to get rid of all axes, and then this issue should go away.
Britain, and in fact, Europe more broadly, but I'll cover that again tomorrow on the podcast. The authorities are here to make sure you are under control. They don't really see the new arrivals as being under their legitimate authority. They've got their own customs, they've got their own ways.
Yeah.
They have a different way of looking at the world, and you are a racist. So you are the one who's policed, because you, is expected, will cooperate with the police. And this really does just hammer home the point, doesn't it?
It's insane.
When daughters need to arm themselves against new arrivals on the streets, how much longer can liberals pretend multiculturalism is working? And moreover...
It's not even multiculturalism. Like, I mean, again, there's plenty of people that probably live there that are from different cultures that aren't going around harassing girls like this. That's the problem. And I think this is what's happening, is that basically any sort of logical, rational discussion around, hey, maybe it's not a good idea to import a bunch of these people from this other country that speak another language, come from a totally different culture, and we're not really vetting them properly. Any sort of conversation in that direction was totally shut down as racism. It was totally shut down as racism, and nobody wanted to hear it. And I think the result of that is that now you have people that are reacting in the opposite way. They're saying any multiculturalism is bad.
So we got, what do we got?
That one little buzz can ruin one perfect moment. So before...
Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Yeah, so pretty much surprised to nobody except for the Blue Anon crowd. President Trump has been totally vindicated here. He is right again. While these leftist losers are out here trying to convince you that Chicago is actually a liberal utopia, the reality is much different. Chicago just had another blood-soaked weekend with 54 people shot and now 7 confirmed dead. It's mayhem and carnage that barely shocks us anymore. A normalization of gang violence.
So far, the numbers we have show 54 people were shot, 7 fatally quickly. It usually takes a few hours for Chicago police to release the official numbers from the holiday weekend. But you compare those numbers to the 4th of July weekend, in which 44 people were shot, 6 were killed. This is the dynamic that Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker says is not an emergency that warrants the intervention of federal troopers and the National Guard.
Now, we covered the violence that was playing out over the weekend just the other day. Although these are the latest figures, I think the last time we reported it was like 36 shot and 4 or 5 people killed. Now it's over 50 with 7 fatalities. You know, it's not necessarily new information and not the point of this broadcast. It's just the underlying context. What we really want to talk about, what really never fails to shock, is the response from Democrats who are in charge of this
Son of a bitch.
hellhole. The excuses, their propaganda, and frankly, the absolutely brain-dead, stupid rhetoric. Personally, I find the Democrat response honestly more insulting than the violence itself. Well, let me show you what Democrats are up to this week. Let's delve into these destructive shenanigans. And trust me when I tell you there's a whole lot of shenanigans going on. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so you've got Chicago residents here now pleading for help.
It's just gone from bad to worse to disaster.
No one really feels safe. It's impossible.
Whenever Lily
All right,
Allen
Wolves
opens
wants
her
to
mouth,
play
you know
Streets of
utter
Rage
drivel
3.
will inevitably follow. Fresh from laughing it up about the sheer number of abortions she's lost track of having.
Abortions. I've had a few, but then again, I can't remember exactly how many.
Not really. Allen's now disturbed by the sheer number of England flags she's seeing in England.
You know, yesterday I was at driving.
Should I pick little black kid so I'm not racist?
And
Sorry, so I'm going to hell. I know, I'm sorry.
St. George's crosses and Union Jacks being hung from bridges and painted badly on roundabouts really made me think about what is going on here.
What's going on is people are sick to death of being treated like second-class citizens in their own country. Sick of being put to the back of the queue behind illegal migrants when it comes to housing and healthcare. Sick of their daughters not being able to walk home from school without being put at risk. You wouldn't know much about that though, would you, Lily?
Wait, you're not into national pride, no?
I mean, I think the only acceptable time for St. George's Cross is if England have made it into the finals of the Euros or the World Cup.
You're only allowed to display pride, affection or concern for your own country for a 3-week period once every other year, when there's a state-approved sports ball tournament taking place.
That is, for me, the only time that we need to see those flags.
The other 49 weeks of the year, well, it's just pure racism.
St. George was Syrian. Isn't that mad? Like the actual history of that saint.
Only the irony.
Syrian Palestinian, just to add more fuel to the flames.
Palestinian! What?
Yeah, can you believe it? On Wikipedia as well.
Hang on, you couldn't write this shit.
St. George became England's patron saint due to the Crusades. He was a Christian martyr executed for refusing to honour another religion. Oh, but I'm sure he would have been waving a Palestinian flag and cheering on Hamas. Of course, he wasn't born in England. It didn't even exist until 300 years later.
I know, I remember thinking at the time, these guys need to do one search before... Just one search.
Yeah, I'm sure if you just gently took aside one of the flag protesters and said, actually, St. George was born in Roman Syria, they'd immediately drop all concerns about their country being invaded, their girls being predated on, and hoist a refugees welcome banner instead.
I find it very interesting that if the saint of the flag that everybody's putting up did try and get into the country, they would, of course, be denied access by the very people who now celebrate him.
No, if you've been put up at a hotel.
Obviously. Where are you from?
What's your name? You say St. George. Come. We've got Premier travelling with your name all over it.
Where'd you come from? Syria? Yeah, but Lily, you can't laugh at this stuff. It'll only wind them up. Seriously. They'll burn something.
Yeah, St. George was put to death for refusing to renounce Christianity. So in the modern parlance, if he had sought refuge in the UK, he would have been an actual refugee. Unlike the vast majority arriving here on boats who aren't fleeing war or persecution, they're fleeing France to the refuge of free hotel rooms, free healthcare, universal credit, and free £300,000 townhouses. Singer Ellie Goulding, who says migrant hotel programs protesters make her embarrassed to be British in savage attack on demonstrators. Right, so some multi-millionaire who lives in a posh area of the Cotswolds where the population is 96% white. You can't possibly fathom why white working class people are angry at seeing their communities deracinated. Presumably, Ellie, net worth 30 million, doesn't have any issues whatsoever getting a GP appointment or finding a school place for her kids. Maybe Lily Allen can have her on her next podcast to haughtily sneer at white working class people for being a bit cross at seeing gangs of weird young men hanging around outside their kids' playground. If you value what I do and you want to help support me, please visit pauljosephwatson.locals.com and either pledge a one-time donation or subscribe to join my community.
What's up, chat? How's everybody doing?
And message me directly.
I guess you guys like beat 'em ups, huh?
Check out the Locals link down in the description.
Because when I'm playing different games, like, you guys don't show up, but when I'm playing, like, beat 'em ups, everybody likes beat 'em ups, dude. Is it like beat 'em up season?
Would this make you buy a Ridge wallet? 2 people could win a Lamborghini Huracan Storado, a Hennessy Velociraptor, or $100,000. Hold on, let me explain. This is Daniel and his dad, the founders of Ridge. They set out to make the most badass experience for guys getting their wallets.
All of Congress was just humiliated by one man with a grumpily voice. This is one of the craziest timelines of all time. Big Pharma is scrambling, senators are crying in public, and realistically, I keep winning because I'm getting all the things I want. I don't understand. Everyone's so mad and shit about random fringe. Nah, dude, I'm just getting everything I want. So Donald Trump dropped one of the tweets of all time today. All right, it is very important that the drug companies justify the success of the various COVID drugs. Many people think they are a miracle and save billions of lives. Others disagree. With the CDC being ripped apart over this question, I want the answer and I want it now. I have been shown information from Pfizer and others that is extraordinary, but they have never seemed to show those results to the public. Oh no. They go off on the next note and let everyone rip themselves apart, including Bobby Kennedy Jr. and the CDC trying to figure out the success or failure of the drug company's COVID work. And they show me great numbers and results, but they don't seem to be showing them to many others. I want them to show them now to the CDC and the public, clear up the mess one way or the other. I hope Operation Warp Speed was as brilliant as many say it was. If not, we all want to know about it and why. Thank you for your attention to this very important matter. So we kind of dropped this because realistically, a lot of people are probably going to jail for COVID. This is literally what I voted for, absolutely, every single day. I pray that a rich, elite fuck goes to jail. It's what I want so badly. Prove to me that these bitches can go to jail. And these are some of the biggest mass murderers of our timeline. The people that peddled the vaccine to healthy people, a vaccine that has known side effects that they didn't disclose. Fuck them. Oh Lord, people must go to jail. Nuremberg style. String those motherfuckers by their pinkies. All right, I'm getting a little too fired up, but that's kind of how I feel about it. So JD Vance dropped a banger. When I see all these senators trying to lecture and gotcha Bobby Kennedy today, all I can think is, you all support off-label, untested, and irreversible hormonal therapies for children, mutilating our kids, and enriching Big Pharma. You're full of shit, and everyone knows it. Dude, JD Vance is going to be a fucking monster. I'm telling you, bro's going to be a demon. In the White House. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Hopefully Trump lives out his term. I'm really hoping for it. And then we get a JD Just Dance Vance sweep. God bless number 47 and number 48. I'll get all I have to say, all right? I propose calling Elizabeth Warren pharma hunters from now on. Now, I am going to be showing you clips from this Bobby Kennedy meeting. It was a 5-hour grilling session where all the fucking senators came together to try their best to piss on Bobby Kennedy. But Bobby Kennedy brought an umbrella, and JD Vance dropped the fucking banger. Now, the reason why this is mentioned, okay, is because Bobby Kennedy said a certain something during this interesting deposition of sorts. and it's crazy. Lock in, boys and girls, because he said something insane.
I certainly consider mass shootings a health crisis. And
yeah, mass shootings is a health crisis. All right, so that's the first thing. It's like, all right, what does that mean?
We are doing for the first time real studies to find out what the etiology of that is. And we're looking for the first time at the psychiatric drug. You know, these kind of mass shooting people have had guns in this country forever. When I was a kid, we had shooting clubs at our school. People, kids, my classmates, and other people would bring a .22 rifle with their guns to school and park it in the parking lot. Nobody was shooting, so there's never been a time in America, in the history of humanity, and people walked into a crowd, into a church, or a movie theater, or a school, or kind of stage, just started randomly shooting. It's happening in our country. It's not happening around the world.
That's weird.
Any other country that has comparable levels of guns that we have in this country. We had comparable levels in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, and people weren't doing that.
True.
Something changed. It dramatically changed human behavior. And one of the culprits we need to examine is whether the fact that we are the most medicated nation in the world, and that a lot of those are psychiatric drugs that have black box warnings on them that warn of suicidal and homicidal ideation. So we are doing those studies right now for the first time, and we will have.
All right, guys, I gotta go for a little bit, but I'll come back in like maybe an hour or so.
And he says,
oh God!
well,
as soon as I leave, more people show.
Because we've always had guns. There are other nations that have guns. So, interestingly enough, perhaps it's the drugs. Now, who's incredibly over-medicated? What is a group of people that are insanely over-medicated? Well, there was recently a shooting that happened in a church from a very over-medicated, retarded man. I thought he was a woman. He's obviously implying that the recent church shooter was perhaps pushed over the edge. Now, anywho, it gets kind of insane because Elon Musk
I gotta go, but thank you so much for showing up. Appreciate it.
Of the recent Pierce Morgan debate,
just save it.
I reacted to, by the way.
People are done with the trans thing. They've had enough of it.